Now, EFF supporters have come out in their numbers to show their support to their duo. Linda Mnisi is outside the Randburg Magistrates court and joins us live now. Linda, what is the current sentiment on the ground now? I mean, we've had a few hours of this particular witness, Venter, giving his witness an account of what actually transpired on the day. How are the EFF supporters ingesting all of this?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Tammy. We've seen most of the day the EFF supporters come out in their numbers, braving the scorching heat, Tammy, here at the Randburg Magistrates Court, but essentially saying that they're here to support their leader. They believe that it is the system that is trying to deal with them, and that this case is not legitimate. So most of the day they've kept the momentum going. As you can see, they've gotten close to the stage right now, just as the break in court was announced. So at this particular point, they say that they're expecting perhaps their leader to come and address them. So it hasn't been confirmed yet, but we'll see if he will be able to step out. But at this point, what is happening is really EFF members outside gathering, making sure that they're here. They're shutting down Randburg, outside of the court. In fact, earlier on, what we saw were members of the EFF even picketing outside on the road. You would have seen earlier on JMPD officials out also in their numbers to make sure that, all the cars are redirected and do not come close where there are already members of the economic freedom fighters.
In the last appearance of Mr. Ndlozi and Mr. Malema, there was some confrontation that took place with members of AfriForum inside the court. Have you seen any signs of AfriForum there today?
Well, I didn't quite get that, Tammy, but there's essentially, been a lot of control by members of the EFF here on the ground. Essentially, what we haven't been able to see is adherence, perhaps, to the lockdown regulations in terms of, making sure that members are wearing masks and making sure that there is social distancing. But I'll remind you once again about what the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters said on Monday in that media briefing, saying that in such a case, in the picket lines, it is very difficult to maintain social distancing, saying that in fact they won't be shutting down Johannesburg, but it is of course the people that are accusing them of this crime that are shutting down this area.
I mean, it's quite understandable, I think, with the level of noise behind you. But perhaps let me repeat this again. Is there a sign of AfriForum being there at today's hearing? At the last court appearance, they were there, and there was some scuffle that ensued between them and members of the EFF.
Well, for now, Tammy, there's only been Economic Freedom Fighters members outside of this court. They came in their numbers with the buses that are lining outside the court. So we haven't been able to spot any members of AfriForum here today. We understand that any other person would be inside a court attending the proceedings that were ongoing today.
If you could, Linda, perhaps for a while, paint a picture of the line of questioning that advocate Holders has taken this morning. What is key to the argument that he is trying to present in this case?
Well, I'm struggling to hear you a bit there, Tammy, but what we do know is that, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters has said that he wants the officer, who accused them of assault to apologize to them because they see that they did nothing wrong to him. So at this particular point, later on, perhaps we'll also get to hear exactly what happened from the Economic Freedom Fighters side.
Great. Thank you very much, Linda. We'll continue touching base with you as well.